Yeah, hi. In this video tutorial we are learning Python data types. Now in Python data types there are some built-in data types. Now in programming, as you know, data type is an important concept. Variable can store data of different types and different types can do different things. Python has the following data types built in by default, and there are some categories. Now string is for text type, int, float, complex is for numeric types, list, tuple, range is for sequence types, DICT, that is dictionary, is for mapping type, set and frozen set is for set types, then bool is for boolean type, that is true and false, and byte array and memory view is for binary types. Now getting the data type, you can get the data type of any object by using type function. So by type function we can get to know which data type it belongs to, either string, int, float or complex, whichever might be. Now you can set the data type also. In Python the data type set when you assign a value to a variable. Strings, now we will see all the data type that we have discussed one by one, starting with strings. You can get the data type of any object by using type function, and print the data type of the variable. So through print, we can print what we had stored in the variable, and by type we can get which data type it belongs to. So it is written over x is equal to hello world, print x. So what it will display, what is stored in the x. Now print type, now which data type it belongs to, so that it will show. So we will see. So hello world, it has been printed because x is equal to hello world, and what is stored in the x, that is hello world. So hello world is been printed, and print type, which data type it belongs to, it belongs to string, that is class str. So it will show class str. So print the data type of the variable x that we had printed, it has shown hello world. You can get the data type of any object using the type function. So we have used the type function and we got the data type, that is this belong to string. Now we'll see the another. X is equal to 20, print x. So what it will be printed, 20 it will be printed, and which type it belong to, since it is number and without decimal, so it belongs to class int. You can see over here type x, so it is x is equal to 20, that is belonging to class int. Now I'll see the another one. Now first, before going to the another one, first we will understand the string type. Now strings in Python, the data type is set when you assign a value to a variable that we had seen. Now strings are sequence of character data. The string type in Python is called str. The string in this example opens with a single quote, so Python assume the next line quote. The one is parenthesis, which was intended to be part of the string, is the closing delimiter. Now we have seen the integer also, so we'll understand about the integer also. Now int signed integer, they are often just called integers or ints. They are positive or negative whole number with no decimal point. Integer in Python 3 are of unlimited size. Python 2 has two integers type, int and long. The real part of the number is a and the is a, and the imaginary part is b. Now we'll see the another. X is equal to 20.5, print x. So 20.5 will be printed, and which type it is type float, because it contains a decimal point. Now we will understand the float also, that is called as floating point real number, also called as floats. They represent real number and are written with a decimal point dividing the integer and fractional parts. The real part of the number is a and the imaginary part is b. Complex number are not such used much in a Python programming. Now another part is complex number. Now x is equal to 1j, it contains string as well as number. Display, it will be display 1 and j, and which type it belongs to, it belongs to complex. Now we'll understand what is complex. The complex method returns a complex number when real and imaginary parts are provided, or it converts a string to a complex number. We had seen in this number also is there and string is also there. The syntax of complex number we have just seen, that is real and imaginary. Now afterwards, the next is X is equal to apple, banana and cherry, print X. So in print, okay, it will be display apple, banana and cherry, and which type it is? It is the type that is list. Okay, now what does list means? A list is a data structure in Python that is mutable or changeable order sequence of elements. Each element or value that is inside of a list is called an item. You can see each element, you can see apple, banana and cherry is called as item, just as string are defined as character between quotes. So you can see all strings are there, that is okay, written okay between quotes. Lists are defined by having values between okay the square brackets. You can see over here it is not okay a parenthesis, it's a square brackets. So in list, okay, square bracket has been used. That is very important to know. Now next is X is equal to apple, banana, cherry, print X. So in the print, okay, apple, banana and cherry include, and which type it is? It is type tuple. Now it looks almost the same. Now what is the difference, okay, between list and tuple? A tuple is an immutable sequence of Python object. Tuples are sequence just like list. It is just like list. The difference between tuple and list are tuples cannot be changed unlike list, and tuple use parenthesis. You can see we are using over here parenthesis, where list use square brackets, and list we had seen okay they use square brackets over here. Creating a tuple is as simple as putting different comma separated values. Now another we will see, that is range. Now in range, what is there? X is equal to range 6, print X. So it will be print the range okay from starting point and ending point. Starting point is 0 and ending point is 6, and type is range. Now we'll understand okay the range also. The range type returns an immutable sequence of number between the given start integer to the stop integer. The range constructor has two forms of definition: range start, comma stop, and step. A start argument is a starting number of sequence that is lower limit. So it has a start also, that is the lower limit. A stop argument is an upper limit. So start is a lower limit and stop is a upper limit. Generates number up to this number. The range does not include this number in the result. The step is a difference between each number. So step is the difference okay between the each number in the result. So it has start, stop and step. Okay, right now this displays okay what right now start and stop. So 0 and 6 is there. Now another data type okay that we are learning after range is print name, comma Abbas, age and 35. Display, it will be display okay Abbas, age and 35 with name also, and which type it is? It is DICT, dictionary. Now what does dictionaries means? A dictionary is also one of the example of data structure. A dictionary is used to map or associate things. You want to store the keys, you need to get them. In future if you want to get them again and again, so you can store the keys and you need to get them. A dictionary in Python is just like a dictionary in the real world. Python dictionary are defined in two elements, keys and values. Keys will be a single element. Now after dictionary we'll see another one, that is X is equal to what is stored in X? Apple, banana and cherry. Print, it will be apple, banana and cherry, and which class it belongs? Okay, it belongs to set. Now what is set? Now is an unordered collection of unique items. Set is defined by values separated by comma inside braces. You can see over here separated by comma in the curly braces over here. Now here this is the set. Now after set okay there is one more, that is frozen set. Here you can see apple, banana and cherry has been printed by the name frozen set over here, and which type it is? It is frozen set. Now what is frozen set? It is just an immutable version of Python set object. While elements of a set cannot be modified at any time, elements of the frozen set remains the same after creation. Due to this, frozen set can be used as key in the dictionary or as element of another sets. Now after set x is equal to true, display what? It will display what? True. Now which type it belongs to? It types belongs to bool. That is nothing but the boolean type. Okay, the Python data type bool is used to store two values, that is true and false. Bool is used to test whether the result of an expression is true or false. Now after true or false, the next is x is equal to b hello, print x. So print x will be b in double quotes. Okay, hello will be print, and which type it is? It is type bytes. Now what is byte? The byte method returns an immutable object initialized with the given size and the data. So it is related to the size. Now afterwards, okay, another is byte array, that is 5, like 5 is there, okay, in the index number. So here you can see 1 2 3 4 5 block of elements are there in the array. So now what is exactly a byte array? It's an extremely powerful class that can be used for many things related to data manipulation, including but not limited to saving game data online, encrypting data, compressing data, and converting a bitmap object to a PNG or JPG file. And the last is, that is memory view. Memory view bytes 5 print, so it will display, okay, the 5 bytes of the memory and print type. Now memory view object allow Python code to access the internal data of an object that supports the buffer protocol without copying. The memory view function allows direct read and write access to an object byte oriented data without needing to copy it first. So these are all the data types. Okay, we had covered mostly everything, that is string, integer, float, complex, list, tuple, range, dictionaries, Python set, frozen set, bool, bytes, byte array, memory view. I hope you had understood the complete data type. Thank you.